Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people work every single day of their lives and still struggle to pay their bills, while others seem to make money even while they're sleeping? It's not luck. It's not inheritance. It's not even intelligence. It's the quadrant they live in. I call it the cash flow quadrant. See, on the left side of the quadrant are people who work for money, employees and self-employed professionals. They crave security, a steady paycheck, benefits, predictability. On the right side, however, are people who make money work for them, business owners and investors. They crave freedom. They build systems and acquire assets that continue paying them long after they've stopped working. The truth? There's a very thin line between these two sides, but it's a line that separates the rich from the poor. Hey, if you're into real down-to-earth money talks and mindset shifts that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. So today, let's talk about 8 powerful assets that can move you from working for money to having money work for you. Let's start with the first one. Point 1. A business, your first real engine of freedom. Most people admire successful entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg, but few truly understand what it took for them to get there. We often see the private jets, the fancy homes, the headlines, and somewhere inside a little voice says they're just lucky or they had connections. But here's the reality. Every truly wealthy entrepreneur started with an idea, a vision, and an ocean of sleepless nights. Building a profitable business is not a Hollywood fairy tale. It's long days, failed experiments, and learning to get up every time the world knocks you down. Think about it. Employees work hard all their lives to earn money. Entrepreneurs work hard for a few years to build something that earns money for them, even when they're asleep. The difference? Employees trade time for money. Entrepreneurs create systems that produce money over time, and that's what makes a business such a powerful asset. It's not just about income, it's about independence. You create something that doesn't just feed you today, but feeds generations to come. So the next time you envy someone's success, don't ask why them. Ask what systems did they build that I haven't yet. Point 2. Real estate, turning shelter into a source of wealth. Now, let's be honest. Not everyone can just quit their job and start a business tomorrow. Some people have families to support, bills to pay, or student loans to handle, and that's okay. But here's the good news. You can still escape the rat race without quitting your job. How? Through real estate. When I first started investing, the idea of owning property seemed impossible. I didn't have much money, and the banks weren't exactly lining up to help. Then I learned a powerful concept, OPM, other people's money. This simply means using smart debt to buy income-producing real estate. Imagine this. You buy a small rental property using a mortgage. Your tenant's rent covers your loan payments, maintenance, and still leaves some cash in your pocket every month. That's income that you didn't work for. That's freedom beginning to grow. And here's the hidden bonus. Real estate also comes with tax advantages that keep more money in your pocket. As you reinvest those profits into more properties, your assets start multiplying, and your dependency on a paycheck starts disappearing. Before long, you realize something magical. You don't work for money anymore. Your money works for you. Point 3. Paper assets, the simple gateway to financial freedom. Let's face it, not everyone has the time or energy to run a business or manage tenants. After working 10 or 12 hours a day, most people just want a break, not another job. That's where paper assets come in. Things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or index funds. Now don't get scared by the fancy names. Think of them this way. When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny piece of a business that someone else is running. You're not managing employees, not fixing toilets, not dealing with customers. You're simply putting your money to work inside other people's successful systems. Of course, this takes discipline. You can't build wealth if your weekend habit is spending every dollar you earn. But if you start redirecting that money into investments, even small ones, your financial future begins to shift. Imagine this. Instead of buying a $100 pair of sneakers every month, you buy shares of a company that makes sneakers. One makes you feel good for a few weeks. The other can pay you dividends for years. That's the mindset difference between consumers and investors. Paper assets may not give you instant wealth, but over time, with consistency and patience, they open the door to true financial independence, the kind where your time belongs entirely to you. Point 4. Commodities, God's money. Have you ever wondered why the value of the dollar rises and falls like the tides? One day it feels strong, the next day it seems weak. The irony is, we treat paper money as if it's something sacred, but the truth is, paper money is simply a human invention. It has value only because we agree that it has value. It's like a game of Monopoly, except in real life, the rules can change any time. Governments promise the value of money, but why can they promise it? Because the central bank, the Federal Reserve, can print more of it whenever it wants. Think about it. If you can create something endlessly, how valuable is it really? Today the United States is the world's leading superpower, so the dollar dominates global trade. But what happens if another country becomes stronger tomorrow? History tells us, nothing stays number one forever. The currency of the next global leader would replace the dollar, and suddenly the savings people spent decades accumulating could lose value overnight. This is why the wealthy don't rely solely on paper money. They diversify into what I call God's money, commodities. Commodities are things humanity has needed since the beginning of time and will continue to need for as long as we exist. Gold and silver, timeless stores of wealth. Oil and energy, the engines of civilization. Food and agricultural goods, the essence of survival. You cannot print food, you cannot manufacture natural resources out of thin air, and you cannot replace precious metals with promises. Commodities are real. They hold value when economies shake, when markets panic, when currencies fail. So if you want to build wealth that lasts beyond your lifetime, diversify, because when the world is uncertain, commodities rise while paper falls. If you're getting value from this message and you want me to continue, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I drop messages like this every day to build your mindset and finances. Thank you. Let's continue. Point 5. Time, the most valuable asset. We've all heard the saying, time is money, but actually that's not quite true. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and earn it back, but once time is gone, it's gone forever. Many professional athletes earn millions, yet a shocking number go broke within a few years. They didn't lose money, they lost time without investing it wisely. Your youth is the most powerful investment advantage you will ever have. When you're young, you have the freedom to take risks, to try, fail, learn and try again. But as you get older, life tightens, responsibilities increase, options narrow. A person who starts investing at age 20 will always outperform someone who starts at age 30, even if they both invest the same amount. Time multiplies money through compounding. Warren Buffett didn't become wealthy because he was the smartest in the room. He became wealthy because he started early and stayed consistent. Your time is your greatest currency. So ask yourself, are you spending it or investing it? You get 2 free days every week. Your weekends, you can use them to binge movies, scroll endlessly and complain about life, or you can use them to build skills, start a side hustle, and shape the life you want. One choice leads to surviving, the other leads to thriving. Point 6. Health, the foundation of all wealth. You can have ambition, discipline, knowledge and opportunity, but without health, none of it matters. When we're young, we act like our bodies are indestructible. We eat whatever we want, stay up late, reward stress with junk, and tell ourselves, I'll get healthy later. But later has a habit of showing up unexpectedly, and with a bill attached. Medical expenses are one of the most common reasons people lose wealth later in life. The very lifestyle meant to relieve stress becomes the trap that drains both energy and savings. But here's the good news. Health is an investment with guaranteed returns. A strong body gives you more energy to work, more clarity to think, more time to live, more life with the people you love. Build wealth for your family. Yes, but build health so you can actually enjoy it. Point 7. Online assets. The modern wealth multiplier. Do you know how much it costs to start a YouTube channel? Nothing. Zero. Free. And yet YouTube has changed millions of lives, including some people who simply recorded videos from their bedroom with their phone. Everyone is good at something. Maybe you cook well. Maybe you explain ideas simply. Maybe you're funny. Maybe you know software, fitness, or personal finance. Why keep those gifts to yourself? You can create online assets, YouTube channels, blogs, digital courses, newsletters that earn money while you sleep. Once they grow, you can hire people, collaborate, or build a full-scale business. This is scalable wealth, wealth that expands without requiring more hours of your time. Point 8. Your network, the wealth of people. There is a saying, a happy client brings another client, meaning, your reputation is your most profitable asset. You don't need to be famous to be valuable. You just need to be trusted. If you cater a dinner event, and your food is unforgettable, you don't just serve one client, you serve everyone who tasted your food. Your network naturally expands. Quality creates reputation, and reputation creates opportunity. But remember, people need to know you exist, so share your work. Talk about what you do. Stand behind your name. Your network is not built by accident. It is built by consistency, kindness, and courage. Right now, you have time, health, skills, opportunities, and the ability to learn anything you want. You have more tools than any generation before you. The question is, will you use them or waste them? Wealth is not built in one giant leap. It is built in small, daily, intentional steps. The future belongs to those who prepare for it now. At the end of the day, wealth isn't just about having money. It's about having options. Options to choose how you spend your time. Options to take care of your health. Options to build something meaningful, and to say no to things that don't align with your purpose. So here's the question I want you to think about. Are you building options, or you're stacked in one option? Because every dollar you earn has two possible fates. It can either disappear the moment you spend it, or it can multiply when you invest it. The rich understand this simple truth. Security is an illusion. Freedom is a choice. So starting today, whether it's building a small business, buying your first rental property, or setting aside $50 to invest in the market, take one step toward the right side of the quadrant. Wealth isn't built in a day, it's built daily. If this video brought you value or stirred something in you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Videos like this take weeks of research, writing, and care to create. Don't just watch and go away. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most. And remember, it's not how hard you work for money that matters, it's how hard your money works for you. I'll see you on the next one.